welcome back, stream. It's your boy, XTH here, and as I promised yesterday, here we are again, working on this. I don't know. I really want to call it a pinup drawing because it's pretty much what it is. Like, I can imagine like somebody in the Astaria universe actually, like putting a pin up. Like printing this out and putting it on their wall. What? Yeah, what's up?
I said it's me.
Oh. Yeah, it says there's 2 viewers right now. And I get the feeling one of them is Rhonda, but he's just lurking. Like he fucking does a lot, but he won't say anything to me. You know, like I'm diseased or something. Yo, he was that fucker. A little bit earlier was like, when are you streaming? And then he had the goddamn nerve to say chop chop streamer boy. I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it. But to anyone and everyone in stream, how are things going? How's your day? So I know Mom last stream suggested me to put Lime's arm down onto her stomach, but stream disagreed and thought I should keep it the way it was. So that's why I kept it like this. Oh boy. There's Mom in the background going to, what's it called? Going to go, I don't know what she's doing. She's about to probably play Fortnite or something, don't I? Thanks, Mom. It's going amazing now, you're drawing. Thank you. What do you try? Why were you messing with them to begin with? Don't you gotta double click the G? There we go. Yeah. Yo, this... I'm about to mess with Rhonda real quick. Oh my lord, stop messing with it! It's so annoying to listen to. Music mode. Bluetooth mode. Gaming mode. My lord. So I think I could probably make that look a little bit nicer. There we go. Your beard. Ah, you got some peach fuzz. Just stop that. There we go. Maybe a little bit thinner. Too thin. That's better, but I need the line to actually connect. No. God damn it. That'll work. So one tip that most artists will teach you, if you're ever trying to get into drawing, is to move. Like when you have to do curved lines, usually move your elbow and let your wrist follow your elbow, because it usually makes better lines. Whereas going with your wrist, things can kind of like really easily get out of whack. Like you have like the curve right here, or how much the line dips right there. Whereas like your line work is more gradual by rotating your elbow instead of rotating your wrist. This little drawing tip, I suppose. Man, you'd think with as many subscribers as I'm gaining right now, I'd have more than one person in the stream. Man, but at the very least, if I can stream to an audience of one, that's better than none. There we go. So, something new and honestly unexpected, but now it's become a plan that's going on with the channel, is I'm going to be making a new intro. Like, I have a new intro that I'm going to have to... What's it called? That I am going to... actually, like, have to do, like, stop motion stuff for and things like that. But I have a newer version of the intro that I made back in like 2018, like the one I use now. I have a newer version of it that I'm gonna debut in the next mainline video, which I'm still working on. It's probably gonna take me a little bit. You've arrived. You've arrived. What took you so long? A lurker boy. Yeah, what took you so damn long? I've been over here fucking yakking to an audience of my mom who's in the same damn room. But on a serious note, how's your day going, Rhonda? Ooh, I should sell my drawings. Once I can get more people that be interested in them, sure. I was gaming is why. But you told me to stream. I'm streaming at this moment because you were like, stream, dickhead. And I was like, okay, fine, whatever. Ain't you playing Fortnite without me? How rude. I can't believe you play Fortnite without me. It's going great. I'm about to eat tacos soon. Ooh, interesting. Rhonda finally says the day of his is going great. I'll make sure I keep that one in the books. There we go. But yeah, I would definitely sell my drawings. Truth be told, if I ever opened up a Patreon, I think I did briefly years ago, but I didn't have enough people like that actually interact with me enough to make it worth it. so I just kind of abandoned it. But if I were ever to reopen a Patreon, that'd be one of the things I would do. Like, hey, you know, here's you know, if you give me X amount of money, I'll print out, you know, I'll print out a drawing, I'll frame it and stuff, and I'll send it to you. You know, I'll print the drawing on some nice like photo paper and stuff like that. And then I can also say, if you are a Patreon member, you can give me requests on things to draw, and I'll draw it on the next stream. That's definitely something that I would like to do. Because I've never minded taking requests. Like, anyone who's known me long enough and has been to my, like, streams a couple years back, you know I don't mind taking audience requests. Shit, I still have some of the ones that some of the ones from the last time I was doing it. But I think that's something that should definitely be like a Patreon reward. Well, I haven't made a Patreon just yet. I'm not going to until I can get like a good amount of people in stream and stuff like that, and more like comments on the videos. Like, I'm getting subscribers and I'm getting likes and views, but I'm not really getting the interaction I'm really looking for. Oh, nothing. Shit, it'll come. I have faith. In truth, I'm growing pretty fast now. Now that I'm actually like really putting the time into this. My New Year's resolution is going quite nicely. Shit, Rhonda, why don't you play with Mom? She's on. Weren't you just saying yesterday how you were bored of playing by yourself? Yes, you were. Damn, no Anya yet. She must have work or something. Okay. So I'm trying to make some of these lines heavier. Because, well, really, that's just become a part of my styles, to make areas that I intend on being shaded instead of highlighted. I usually have the line weight to be darker. Oh, never mind, Rhonda. Mom said she wanted to play by herself for right now. But yes, I was initially talking to you. Damn, no Anya yet. I'm honestly surprised. I feel like we should have seen her by now. We're 15 minutes in. I'm gonna tell her about herself. Where the hell were you? No, I actually mean that. Shit, she is not obligated at all to join the stream. And she did mention yesterday she was sick. So, you know, I'm saying this and I'm talking shit, but I don't actually mean it. I'm just talking just to talk. Yeah, that's fair. That man seems like he's always sick. Fortnite? Well, depending on when I end the stream. Oh, no, no. I said, no, because I was saying earlier you can play with Mom's and she's on, and she was like, oh, I'd rather play with myself. So I was like, okay. That's all it was. I mean, well, you don't gotta lie about it. Shit, son. No, yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, no, it's nothing wrong with anybody playing. It's just right now. Right now, she said she's working on her quests. Oh, there she is. Damn, I was just talking about you. Damn, man, Onion's a trooper. oh, huh. Look at the pot calling the kettle black there, Rhonda, because you were late too. He just came in like fucking 5 minutes ago. Don't let him fool you. yeah, where have you been? What an unsatisfying answer. The burv. Yeah, Rhonda, you really do have the burv. Well, that's how streams are. I'm the only person in the stream. If it was like a Discord call, then yeah. I was here the whole time and the other I lurk. What? Why do you even always need to lurk? Like, you know, it's nice to have another person to interact with. Stop defending it, Mom. I can't get this. Line click. There it is. So how was work, Anye? I've been home since about 3 or so. We got out a little earlier. Let the dogs out. Showered, ate. I was in a rec room for a little bit. Played Tetris with Mom for a bit. She initially wanted to stream it, but then decided against it. Now I'm here. But don't worry, we'll have our round 3 Tetris stream at some point. I don't have a definitive date though. Hey, I must be doing something right. Shit. That Tomb Raider figure video is actually starting to. It's getting close to 1,000 views. Which, thank you. Even if you didn't watch it, thank you for being here. I am lucky to have the people I have. Work was hot, extremely hot today. Really? I'm surprised. Oh yeah, Mom said it's supposed to be minus 25 here. There we go. Damn. She has fucking thunder thighs. I'm just noticing this now. This woman has absolute thunder thighs. probably because I was sick working on the line. Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. Shit, last time I was sick, man, I was absolutely baking all the time. Yeah, like the last time I was like badly sick, I had to sleep under 2 blankets at once while the fucking heater was on, because I was like so fucking cold I was shivering. I wasn't even sweating on the way home. Oh, I was even sweating on the way home and it was snowing. Yep. Woo! Definitely sick. For sure. Damn, man, that's rough. Oh yeah, Cindy asked if you if you wanted to play Tetris with her mom. Mom. Cinnamon wanted to know if you want to play Tetris with her. Okay. Alright, I'll let her know. What the hell did I just... Somebody's working. How did you lose to the worker? There we go. But I feel better today. My nose is just stuffed. I'm gonna see today. Okay, it's good. That is really good. Mom said make sure you wear a mask so you can get over it without getting it back. So like yesterday, I don't really think I want to stream for super long. Whole lot of people anyways. And the other reason is I think I want to... Truthfully, I think I want to play something before I go to bed. I'm trying to actually be in bed by the time 11 o'clock comes around. Because yesterday I think I ended stream at 11. Or like 11:15, something like that. She's so hot. Oh, okay, so you do wear a mask. Who's so hot? I'm a little confused. So I think I'm gonna put this strap on top. Oh, we jumped a little bit in viewers. Hello, anyone that has just entered stream. I am XTH, and I'm working on a spicier drawing of one of my characters. It's from it's a relatively new project I've been working on called Astaria. This is actually a pretty old book. I got this like 3 or 4 years ago, like right after I finished of the first book. I actually added a whole bunch of scenes to this, so I'm gonna have to get this one redone at some point. And before anyone asks, no, the book isn't like published or anything. It's not on sale. I just had it custom made, just because I really wanted to see what it looked like as a book instead of just as a Google Doc. When I get more people interested in this sort of thing, I'll think about publishing it. I've had to make sure I put some trigger warnings though, for sure. Hello to everyone. Please take the time to hit a like and share, and please subscribe. Thank you for your time and watch time. It really helps the channel. Thank you. Thank you very much. And hey, she's definitely speaking the truth. The stream will end shortly unless you restart it in your software. What the heck is that? It's buffering? Did it? Right. Because on my end, everything's fine. Oh, and I went to go restart my YouTube studio. But yeah, you did say it was supposed to really drop, right? I agree. I agree. Pretty damn good moderator. There we go. Oh yeah. Whatever's going on, it really don't like my streamer. Yeah, there ain't much I can do about that. I'm gonna keep trying to chug along though. There we go. I think I should check. I think I should check the stream on my phone and see what it's doing. Sorry, just give me a moment. Oh! Oh yeah, no, it's okay, so it's like a slide. Okay, sweet. Oh, it's like way far back though. I can't really do much about it, unfortunately. If I could do more about it, I would, but I think, yeah, you're right. I think it's definitely the stream that's, not the stream, the storm that's going on outside. No, it's not that it's lagging, the problem is that it's like way far back. Yep, now it's buffering again. There we go. Okay, so I think first off, I'm gonna. There we go. this glove a little bit because it'll make her arm look less flat and more rounded. So I think since I'm having buffering issues, and it does look like I'm still really far back, I think what I'm gonna do is post this as an actual, post this as if it were a video. I'm just gonna post the entire stream. I wouldn't normally do that since, you know, the video on demand is available. But since it's been buffering for so long, I think it's probably the best way to do it. You know, because as far as I know, YouTube could straight up just cut off the stream anytime it wants. And there's not much I can do about it. Okay, so I think that's the liner just about done. I think I'm gonna go around and tidy things up. Make lines thicker than I think need to get thicker. To answer your question you probably never asked, yes, I'm still here. Of course I'll be concerned if you're still here. Other than the watch time, you know, I like having you in the chat. Especially when we get into nice conversations, like with WWE and stuff like that. It's a fun conversation for me. I just had a stupid idea. Next, Rhonda, I'm gonna draw your character doing a pose like this. I'm gonna draw your Sonic character doing a pose like this. He'll have his bandana off and it'll be just barely, covering his groin area. I'm not actually gonna do that. I just want to see what his reaction is. There we go. Right, so I think I want to thicken this line up. There we go. Definitely had times in the past where I've thickened my lines a little too much. I don't think I darkened them a whole ton this time around. I think I've been fairly moderate with it. Well, that I think is a little bit overdoing it. There we go. I think this is shaping up to look really, really good, though. Man, I like the texturing in this brush. I'm also going to try and line... There we go. Try and line up her eyes a little bit better. There. Okay. Yeah, I think it looks about good. So one thing I'm gonna do real quick, just to make sure that her face in particular looks fine, is to rotate. Okay. So almost want to say something's wrong with his eye here, but I can't really put my finger on it. I'll try reshaping it up slightly. Alright, can you not bring up that whack-ass character of mine? I knew it. I knew it. I knew that shit was coming. Rhonda, you never fail to give me a good response. I only wish it wasn't so delayed. Now I'm looking at it. I think I'm gonna push her hairline down a bit. I think I'm also going to cover most of it with this piece of hair. There we go. I have such an energetic song for the chillest actual like thing that I do. I think I might change the Sonic Appear song to something a little bit more relaxing. Maybe something from DDLC, because that seems to be my go-to when it comes to these streams. So to anyone that has just entered stream, hello! How's it going? I'm XCH Headshot. I'm working on a spicy, let's call it a pin-up drawing of a character of mine. So this is Lime. She's an alien from another planet. She's one of the last more technologically advanced planet than the mainland, than the main Astaria planet. Those are the words I was looking for. But she's one of the last members of her species, but she learns that her species is quite biologically compatible with humans, so essentially she's made it her mission to enslave a whole bunch of human males and literally just use them as intercourse slaves so she can repopulate her species. Is she gonna leave after that? No idea. She might. Or she might just decide that Earth is nicer than her planet. So yeah, she literally wants to enslave the world and rule it. You hear that they're adding ragdoll physics into WWE 2K26. No, I did not hear about that, but that sounds about as hilarious as when they added in the ability to throw weapons at people. I used to load into matches with bots just to throw chairs at them, because that was really funny. AI is better, but you know what? AI doesn't have a human element behind it. And as far as my concern goes, drawings are not something I'm interested in using AI for. I would use AI for YouTube thumbnails before I'd use AI for drawings. Like, especially in a time like this where I'm trying to get back in touch with my creative side, AI really ain't gonna help me do that a whole lot. But I do sometimes use AI to make up for shortcomings of mine. Like, for example, sometimes I have like super bland titles for videos, so I will have AI help me out with things like that. But if you don't like my art style, fair enough. Not everybody's gonna like it. And that's really not a problem to me. Okay, so I think we're just about done with the line art. I think I want to fix up this little bit right here and darken these lines. There. Complete that line. Darken that right there. Do the corner. And darken these lines right here, because this is where I think I'm going to have some shading. Why are you asking me? I don't know. There we go. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So I want to make sure she has the appropriate amount of fingers. When I think about it, I should probably raise that finger up a little bit. There we go. Now they look a little more equal in terms of how thick the fingers are. Okay. So now I think I can start getting into coloring. Alright, so it's 9:23. I think I'm still on good time. So I think I'm gonna do a new layer. I'm gonna call this one color clip. Now an easy way to do a huge fill. I'm gonna do it real quick. Oh yeah, let me flip my drawing back to the way it was. Flip horizontal. There we go. I think this looks good. So, anyways, so I'm gonna go onto the line art layer. And I'm going to use a magic wand around it. So then, I'm gonna fix the rotation in a moment. Great spicy story, lol. Please keep up the fantastic work. Enjoying your work. Thank you. What are you playing after? I don't really have an answer. I don't have an answer. My rotation. There we go. Reset view. That's what I wanted. So now that I have everything around her selected, let me just make sure that I do. Yep. Okay. So I have everything around her selected. So now I'm going to go to select. I'm going to go to inverse. Now, if I go to my color clip layer, which I put under the line art layer, there we go. So the purpose of this color clip is for when you're starting to lay down your actual colors. If I hold down the Alt key, hover to this lower section, like you see how it's now a box and an arrow. If I now left click, now essentially what happened is that the layer above it, it's now bound within the color of the layer below it. So it's like if you put a mask around something, like you can only see up to the border of the layer below it. So let me demonstrate. So let me undo that. I'm gonna make a line. I'm gonna make a large line. Oh wait, shit. Let me take the there we go, let me deselect. So there. So now, as you can see, this line is all over the screen. So if I go back, hold down the Alt key, hover to the bottom, and click, there we go. Now, you can only see within the confines of the layer below it. So this will really help make sure that your colors stay in between the borders. Truthfully, what I should really do, what I should really start doing, and I just now thought of this, is do all my colors on separate layers, and then have the shading and highlights only have being clipped to those layers. I should probably do that, but nah, it's too much work. Okay. Alright, so fortunately for me, I did this reference photo a while back, and I've already picked out all of her colors. So, let's do her skin color first. I'm going to do the same technique that I just did for coloring in the color clipping layer to also color everything in. So I'm going to do a wand on everywhere that... I'm going to make sure I fix that. I'm going to do a wand everywhere that her skin will be showing. Man, I need to upgrade my art app. I personally use Photoshop, but A, it's a paid thing, and B, I don't think the full version of Photoshop is actually on like mobile devices. It's mainly a PC thing. Okay, so you could go to fill this in. You would need to go down to your color layer and then go to fill it in. But you're gonna run into a problem when it comes to Photoshop. God damn it, I made the same mistake. There. Alright. So you could try and do this now, but you're gonna run into a problem where you're gonna have a very slight border. Like, you see that? Like, the texturing of the brush makes it worse, but you're gonna have this, like, really bad looking texturing. So to avoid that, you wanna go to Select, Modify, and Expand. So you're literally expanding the selection a little bit so that so that your color goes deeper into your line work. So we're just gonna expand it by 2 pixels. I think I'm gonna actually go over, since I already have it painted in, I'm just gonna go over it just to make sure that it worked. But yeah, you can kind of see, like, on her collarbones right there, now it looks significantly darker. Like I'm filling in the line art better. So I'm just gonna go around all the edges. Try and make sure that it's all good to go. And if I see anything later on that doesn't look like it's filled all the way in, I will make sure I fix it. But that method is much easier to do when you don't have a textured brush. So my usual brush is Kyle Ultimate Inking Thick and Thin, and it works pretty well with the method I just showed you. Okay. It looks like somewhere along the lines we actually caught back up. So I guess I'm not gonna need to put the stream itself on YouTube as a video. I was gonna do that, but I don't really think I need to anymore. Okay. Alright. Anyone still left in stream? If so, I'm thinking of a question. I just haven't figured out what that question is gonna be yet. You know what? Okay. Here's gonna be my question. If you have any questions for me in terms of like the way I draw, why I make the kind of decisions I make while drawing, or like any tips I can give, I suppose, what would it be? There we go. Yeah, if you have any art-related question for me, go ahead and hit me with it. So this is the kind of thing I was saying, sometimes you have to fill it in a bit after the fact if you have a textured brush. If you had an untextured brush, like, you wouldn't have this problem. When I think about it, I could probably just double the line art layer to make it thicker. And yeah, that kinda... Yeah, that also solved the problem. Okay. So now that we have all of our skin color done... Ooh, that is a very interesting question. Do you think going to college for an art degree was worth it? So, I'm of two minds about this. So, I'll say yes, in the fact that they showed me the industry standard programs and how to use them, and you get the intrinsic sort of feedback that comes with college. But I'll also say no, because A, it's super fucking expensive, and B, a lot of the stuff, if you know what programs you need to use, a lot of the stuff is stuff you can learn on YouTube pretty much. Like, you can. But at the same time, if you're just doing projects by yourself, you also don't get that feedback that you would get from being in college. It's like I said, it just... I suppose you could say it depends on what perspective you're coming into it with. If you're coming into it with a purely, like, monetary perspective, then hell no, it's not worth it. But if you care about hearing, like, real people talk to you about your projects, whatever it is you're working on, and how you can possibly improve them, then I would say, yeah, sort of. I think I'm gonna expand it a little bit more. Try and capture. There we go. I was trying to get as many of these lines out of the way as possible. So now I'm going to take my lasso tool, click it to that one, so that it adds on to my selection instead of replacing it. We'll go all the way around. So right now I'm just trying to color in her hair. Okay. So if you do this in the method that I've done it, which actually was taught to me by my art professor, make sure you go back to your original layer that you're trying to put the coloring on before you go to color it in, because if you don't, you'll be stuck with the color on your line art layer. You probably don't want that. Unless that's the way you draw, and if that's the way you draw, fair enough. Oh damn, I missed a spot. I missed a spot for the skin tone in the most sexual place possible. I mean, not possible, but still. I think I'm gonna expand it a bit more. There we go. So I expand it in chunks because I don't want my color to go past the line art line. So it looks like it just barely doesn't, and that's what I want. I heard that art history was a terrible subject to learn. What was your opinion about it? Well, I didn't go to college for, well, at least the first time. I didn't go to college the first time for art history. I went for animation. And as far as that goes, it's time consuming as all hell to do animation. But I also think it's really fun. Like, it's just as relaxing as drawing is, and I would definitely say that, especially because I was already doing animation, like those YouTube logo remakes, like that old stuff, I would very much say that I'm satisfied with what I learned in college in regards to animation. But I will say, the art history class that they did have me take, I thought a lot of times was boring. But I think that's also because I was taking that class when we were like right in the middle of a pandemic. So, you know, you didn't have that, like, you didn't really have an intimate setting. And I think the way that a teacher explained things oftentimes was dull. So I think the circumstances within the class made me not dislike it, but made me be bored with it more than the art itself. Because I think art history as, like, on its own is an interesting subject. You know, like, especially if you're a history buff, they go hand in hand. But I really like how certain things in history, like for example, when the World War II was going around, you have like that famous, I don't remember exactly what the woman's name was. I know her first name was Betty, but that famous like woman power photo, at least I think it came from World War II. But how stuff like that came to be, I think that stuff was pretty interesting. My favorite classes when I was in college, the first time, were the 3D stuff, for sure. Because I'd never heard of Autodesk Maya before that class, but learning it was industry standard and not Blender was kind of a shell shock to me. It really was. But, of course, I'm gonna like it. Oh, damn. See, I just made the fucking mistake of doing shit on the wrong layer, and I think I made the same mistake down here, too. There we go. Yeah, I did make that mistake. I was looking in this little preview window. Okay, I did make that wrong mistake. No problem. I can just... There we go. So deselect. And now, I think I'm just gonna draw in her irises. I don't really think I need to do the whole process I was just doing for everything else, because these are really small compared to everything else. These are small. Okay, so we've been at a pretty steady 5 viewers. You know what? I can work with that. That's not bad. So, to you 5 viewers in the chat, what's going on? How's it going? And I'm excluding Rhonda and Anya in that, because they already answered the question. There we go. Sorry, I was just checking something, that's all. Alright, so we're at 9:39. Okay, I think we're looking pretty good. So there's one. Yeah. Oh yeah, you did tell me you were eating tacos. You said your day was going really nicely because of that. You know, I'm surprised, speaking of you, that you haven't gotten called Ron one time, despite Anya knowing you're in here. Also, where did that one comment go that said AI is better? Did you strike that from the chat, Anya? Cause if so, I'm glad you're being a moderator. But I didn't really care either way. You know, I don't want to be the kind of person that censors somebody for having a different opinion, but when I think about it, they're probably a troll. They're like trying to get a rise out of me. It takes a bit more than that. Okay, so where's... There we go. No. It's this third color green. Oh man, Maya's playing tricks on me. I think this is her lip color. Oh, Ron did. Okay. Shit. I'm not gonna complain. I was just curious. That's probably what he was thinking, now I think about it. He probably figured that they were just trolling. You know what? Fair enough. Shit, no, I support your decision. I was just thinking about it. I was thinking about it just now, and yeah, they're pretty likely like just being a troll for the sake of being a troll. Cause like saying AI is better is such a lazy comment. If it was like actual criticism, it would have been a little more thought out than AI is better, I think. You know, I probably would have said something like, I'm not a fan of your art style or something like that. Just something a little more creative than AI is better. Okay. I think I'm gonna soften this a bit. There we go. Oh. Kind of fix the corner. There we go. I think that looks a little bit better. Having her lips just sort of fade into her skin color. Okay, so one thing I've not found yet is what color is this outfit gonna be? We could do black if you wanted to, or maybe we could do white, similar to her existing colors, or maybe we can put her into a contrasting color, like maybe not a vibrant orange, maybe like a pastel orange or something. I don't know. I just kind of want to make this outfit sort of visually interesting. Or shit, maybe she could be wearing like a goldish kind of color. You know what? Okay. Real quick, gold texture. I just want to see how this looks. Let's take this one. Okay. Alright, it's a little bit over where I need it to be, so we're gonna put it down there. How do we feel about that? Okay, so we're still a little bit behind, so I gotta wait a moment to see what we think. Remember, this is a fun, interactive stream. I care about your thoughts and input. Remember, we are friendly and kind. Rude comments will be deleted. Thank you for stopping in. Like, share, subscribe. Damn, dude. Always out here with the inspirational stuff. Oh, damn. Always out here with the heat. I think this looks pretty nice. Maybe we could lose the texturing though, but I think in terms of the color, I think we might be onto something here. If there's a different color you want me to try, let me know. I think I'm just gonna do like, yeah, let's just change the hue and just see what other colors might look nice. That might work. Maybe a little bit darker. Let's put that back. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Back to the hue and saturation, though. That might work. It might work. I really don't think blue works here. One of the few times I'll tell you I don't think blue looks very good. And that might look okay. But I don't think it's the best color to use. Green on green. We could do that, but I don't think it's a little... That matches really nicely with the color of her scrunchie, whatever we're gonna call it. But I think gold might be the play. It might be. I think it looks really good. Hey chat, you guys agree? You agree that gold would be the best fit? Or maybe we could try making it black or something. We can try black as well. I think, well, this is like this is more like a gunmetal gray than it is black, but with the way I shade, I can't make something like super perfectly black. Yeah, gold is best, pink comes second. That's what I was thinking. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep this, but I don't want to use like this exact texture because I don't really like the way that the texture itself looks. I don't like how bumpy it is. But I will keep it for the way it's shaded, but I am gonna go over it. So since we have this left, actually, hold on. Before we do that, I had another idea. Let's color in the straps a different color. So let's color them in an off-white. I'll make this a little bit brighter in a second, but let's just see if this looks better. Let's brighten it a little bit. Okay, so white with the gold, maybe black with the gold, or do we think that gold everything will look best here? Because I kind of feel like it can go either way. Now I think about it, let me make sure that I erase this. So I'm going to go on a color clip layer, and I'm going to erase it, because it'll essentially erase everything in this portion of the image, instead of having to go layer by layer to erase everything. There. So now she has it. Now that space that's supposed to be there is there. Alright, and while I'm thinking about things, I think I'm gonna make a few lines, because what I'm trying to do, trying to see if I can get the perspective right. Because I imagine she's probably going to be sitting on a couch of some sort. And I'm hoping that I can get that perspective down correctly. Broke up some. Like that. I don't know where the thing went. Am I supposed to turn the weight up? No. Oh well. Shit, I can always just draw the line. It really is not that big of a deal. So, delete that layer. I'm thinking, really, that we should just keep all the gold. And maybe have the buckles be a light silver color. Just to keep a slight bit of contrast going. Alright. I'll drop this below. I'll make this a red color.
I have to remember that this is supposed to be a C, so I'll probably have it like this. Yeah, something like that.
Nah, not flatten it out. Maybe just
flatten out these lines
and not go back to the
not go back to the brush, because I didn't mean to do that in the first place. Okay. There we go. So now I think making the lines
more straight. I think that'll help. That's the problem is I've never been very good at drawing furniture.
But what I'm trying to do is draw a couch. So there would be the armrest right there. So there'd be another armrest. Actually, her hand could probably be on another armrest. There we go.
Actually,
Let's try and draw that a little bit more within perspective. There we go. I think that probably looks fine. Okay. So, chat. Does this couch look fine? I think I definitely need to make this other armrest a little bit larger. Not too much, because I still want it to have the impression that it's further away. It should also probably... There. So, I'll round out the bottom of these couch cushions. There. I think for just a rough, like, sketch drawing of it,
I don't think I did too bad of a job.
Probably put some of these lines a little bit back into perspective, if not all of them are.
Great, we are almost at 10,000 subscribers. Thank you. I hope it makes our goal. Thank you, all of my fans. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all again. I hope you're enjoying.
It looks okay? Okay, thank you. Because, you know, obviously I'm going to be able to improve it when I actually go to do the final sketch. I think if anything, the line should get more curved the further along you get. They should look more like my stomach the further along they go. God, I'm stupid. Then this line should be relatively... Sorry, this line should be relatively straight. There we go. Yeah, I think we got a pretty decent looking couch on our hands.
Right. So it's 9:56. We've been streaming for an hour and 17 minutes. So I think this is a good place
For me to call it done, because I would like to relax a little bit before bed. I do find this relaxing, but truthfully, I think I want to go play some on my Switch too. So for now, I think I would just about bid you adieu. But I would like to make these lines look more puffy, because this is supposed to be a couch. So there we go. I'll like have like those little like pillow-like indents.
there. And I can always make that look better when I go to finish this stuff.
But I think for now, I would just about bid you adieu.
So, thank you for watching. I will be back tomorrow. Maybe we can finish this all up tomorrow, because this isn't going to be as long of a drawing as as Shay's birthday, because there's only one character and it's going to be a fairly simple background. But I think that's all I got for you this time around. So, I have been XCH Hedgehog, and one more time, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate it quite a lot. And if you didn't know, I'm trying to reach 10,000 subscribers this year. I'm quite close, so if you haven't already, I would really encourage you to please subscribe if you like what you see here, or anything else I do on the channel. Alright, so with my little plug out of the way, I will see you later. And yes, Rhonda, it was good to catch up with you.